What's going on there, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst, and today I am bringing you my full updated custom tactics. You guys ask for these on a weekly basis, which is absolutely incredible. I do make some tweaks, to certain tactics and so on. So I'm going to be providing you with my tweaks and why I've made them and all of that good stuff today. If you enjoyed the video, if it helps you out, helps you understand a little bit more with custom tactics, please do drop a like, and you can subscribe to the channel. Do remember that custom tactics are down to you as an individual. You can type into YouTube best custom tactics. Doesn't mean that you're going to go and fly up the ranks and so on. You need to tailor the custom tactics to use to take on the advice that I have, but then you can, change it to what suits you as a player and your play style. We do also stream over on Facebook, link in the description for that. And we do have a second channel where all of our RTG content, which is what we've got here for you, is down there. So I'll put a link up above. Analyst Extra is the name of the second channel. So then, let's go ahead and jump into it. As a reminder, in all of these videos, we press L2 and we go to custom tactics. We start in the 4-5-1 just to get chemistry, and then we go to L2 to edit game plans, and then we can change our formation to whatever we want here. So this is ultra defensive. We'll do left on the D-pad to go to ultra D, and it changes to the 4-2-3-1. All right. So the main differences here is that the 4-2-3-1 normally on ultra defensive for me is I need to see the game out. I need to make sure that the opponent, isn't getting a ball too easily. I'm just going to not give the ball away and see the game out. Yeah, nice and simple. Make it hard for me to break down and all that good stuff. Now I've actually changed this because I'm loving the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow and the 4-4-2 at the minute. Two strikers seems to be the go-to for me. The 4-2-3-1 is mainly ever used from like the 70th minute onwards if I just need to see the game out, but I don't want to be so defensive because I may enable this. Say if it's the 40th minute and I'm 2-0 up at half time, well, the 40th minute, I might just go to the 4-2-3-1 just to see that half out and then change back to the 4-4-2 or the 4-1-2-1-2 when we do obviously get back into the second half, just to kind of make it a little bit sounder for me. So defensive style, I always talk to you guys about balance, press on heavy touch, press on possession loss, constant pressure, drop back. Balance for me is kind of the best of everything, really. It gives you the ability to make sure you're hard to get in behind, makes it difficult for the opponent to find that through ball, but also it's down to you to press manually, right? If you're not a very good presser and you do want to win the ball back, you can go press on heavy touch or possession loss. But if you're going to use your Ultra D similar to me, if you're going to use it similar to me, then you're going to want to make sure that you're probably running balance here. It's probably the best. I run 4 depth, 4 width, and we do 1 possession in our offensive style. I run 5 width in the attacking side and 4 players in box. Now, corners and free kicks, I've recently been changing this to actually 1 because the counter-attack is so strong at the minute, and every man and their dog is looking for the counter-attack. Having like 2-3 corners, honestly, it's just so aggressive. And corners, for some odd reason, at the start of the game were really strong and worked quite well, and now they don't seem as good. So dropping that down may help in your more defensive formations, and that's kind of where we go on that. So for me in this, I have Pope, Walker and Wan-Bissaka in the middle, Tavernier and Ansaldi at left back, Beckham and Herrera in the middle, João Felix, James Maddison, Politano and Aguero. This team doesn't suit the 4-2-3-1 that well. I've made this team to suit the 4-1-2-1-2, if I'm honest with you. Now, for our instructions, the keeper, to be honest, when I have a very, very good keeper in net, I love running comes to crosses and sweeper keeper. It saves your bacon, especially with the through ball meta, counter-attack meta. So many times the keepers come rushing out before you even have a chance to kind of assess the situation, and they clear the ball and deal with it. It's absolutely fantastic. I'd highly recommend you go and do it if you've got a high rated keeper who's capable of doing that. For our fullbacks, because obviously this is our ultra defensive formation, we don't want to send too many men forward. We do run stay back while attacking on this, and same for our CDMs: cut passing lane, stay back while attacking, cover center. Nice and simple, keeps the men back. You balance on the centre attacking mid. We still want an outlet to go forward. We want our centre attacking mid as an option to play out and try and go forward and grab a goal if the opportunity does arise. And then for our right attacking mid, left attacking mid, completely balanced there. Sometimes you can come back on defence on these to see the game out. However, I find that you constantly just keep giving the ball back to the opponent because you don't have that necessary outlet that you need. And then for the striker, get in behind, stay forward. If you have the opportunity to counter attack and go and grab, that killer goal, you will want to take that in the 4-2-3-1. Now, I use that, as I said, to stay, get to see the game out. However, you can use that tactic and that formation from the minute 1 if you wanted to. It's perfectly capable. It's a very balanced and neutral 4-2-3-1. Now, the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, I did a video on this on Sunday just gone, I think it was. For a more in-depth review, if you wanted to go and watch that, you're more than welcome to. The 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, I'm really enjoying at the minute. I think it's a fantastic formation. Really good, really solid. I would highly recommend you guys using it if you haven't already. And as I said, go watch that video if you want a more in-depth review. We run balanced. I was running press on heavy touch and press on possession loss here. I just found it was a little bit too aggressive for me, especially with the team that I'm running. It left me open a little bit at the back, made me obviously concede a little bit more goals. But anyway, we run 5 width, 5 depth on there. For the offensive style and the long ball, we run 4 width and we run 7 players in box. 2 corners, 2 free kicks on this. So a little bit higher than what we had obviously on the 4-2-3-1. You really want to use the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, very well. You can use it as quick direct counter. You can kind of play possession with it. You can play tick-attacker with it. You can look for the long ball. You can play as you want. And you even get width available from your fullbacks. Really recommend using this formation. Again, same for the goalkeeper. Depends on what you want to run on there. For our right back and left back, I personally run stay back while attacking. I have run balanced in this formation. However, with a team again that I've got, it's so open in the middle. Like, you need to have a strong midfield to kind of compensate for your fullbacks bombing forward. So if you want to run it, you can run it. If you're going to use this as your formation from the start, as your go-to formation, I would not recommend running balance because, as I said, it's just going to leave you open so much. But if you want to use it as your, I need to get back into the game, I need a goal, then yeah, you can run balance there if you're 2-1 down in the 70th minute or something. So your personal preference, make your decision based on that. I think it's pretty self-explanatory for the centre defensive mid. You want them, to stay back. Some people do run drop between defenders here. This basically causes a 3 at the back and pushes your wing backs up even more. I personally don't like this that much in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. You can run it if you want, but you do leave a bit of a gaping hole they do this when you have the ball, right? So if you have the ball, that CDM will drop in between the 2 centre backs. The centre backs push out wide. The left back and right back push up even more. When you lose the ball, they transition back into their normal shape. That transition period, if the opponent is quick enough and direct enough, there's a massive gap between the 2 centre-backs as they come back in. So you can really get open up from that. So I just leave it on stay back while attacking. For my right centre mid, I have him on get forward and cover wing. You do want him to go out and cover the wing when you're defending because you have no width in this formation other than from your fullbacks. And then for the left centre mid, completely balanced cover wing there. For the centre attacking mid, stay forward, and then for the 2 strikers, get in behind. As I said, very quick, very direct in this formation. A really, really fun one to use, and it will guarantee you goals. Now, this 4-4-2, again, I love the 4-4-2. You would have seen this in a video a couple of weeks ago now. I've not really changed anything on this. Pressure on heavy touch, 4 depth forward. I used to run a higher depth on this in one of the previous formations, probably about a month ago now, and I still think that's very good. But again, if you're going to use it as a get back into the game sort of formation, I will change to the 4-4-2 sometimes 10-20 minutes in if I feel like I need that width, so I don't want to run too high of a depth and get caught on the counter myself. The 4-4-2 is very open in the middle of the park. It's not as easy to just go forward and then deal with the counter attack. It is a little bit more open, so you do have to take that in mind. Long ball here. Long ball, by the way, is something that I've never really played before, right? I never really liked long ball. However, this causes your strikers, your attackers to run and get in behind and make their, they make themselves available for that through ball, that over-the-top through ball, that through ball along the ground and in behind. Works really well on this year's game. As much as I don't like it myself, I feel like spamming through balls is a bit, it is what it is sort of thing. It works though. So if you want to run this, you can do. If not, you can run balanced if you wanted to in the 4-4-2. Fast build-up can work. I don't really like possession in the 4-4-2 myself, but that's kind of what we're running on that. And then obviously a balanced width as well. 1 players in box and 1 free kicks on there. Personal preference on what you want to do there. Same for the goalkeepers. Again, for the fullbacks on this one, we're going to run stay back while attacking. It's pretty bad, neutral for most people to run that nowadays. I do love having balanced fullbacks, but with a through ball meta, it's just literally a recipe for disaster. For my left CDM, the more defensive CDM, we are going to run stay back while attacking, cover centre here. We want them to make sure that they sit in front of that defensive line and that they're always there as an option to obviously sweep up. And then for our right CM, we want them on balance. You want this to be your more attacking CM. You want them to get forward, make the runs onto the edge of the box, see if you can get a long shot off, see if they can get a late goal. And then for our right mid and left mid, I've actually had these on come back on defence now. So what this does is it causes these, to make it like a solid 2-4s really when you've not got the ball. It makes it very hard to break down. And because the 4-4-2 is open on the counter, if your CMs are a little bit out of position, your right mid and left mid will innate or will get back and kind of help in that defensive duty, which can work. If you find that you're struggling to create chances, move them back to balance, and you can also put getting behind on the supportive runs, but then you are going to lose the ball when you're trying to play out from the back. So again, bear that in mind. For the two strikers, we run stay forward and get in behind. You're going to kind of see this on there a lot, really, for a lot of people's teams. It's a counter-attack, as I've said. It is what it is, and you want to exploit it. So look for the 1-2s between them. Now, the 3-4-1-2. This is my tactic, which I use if I'm 3-0 down in a half-time, 3-0 down 60th minute, whatever it is, and I need goals. Goals. We run aggressive tactics here. I get so many comments on this one saying, "Oh, don't use that one. You know, you're going to concede a load of goals from that." Yeah, you know, the whole point is that you are literally piling many men forward to try. Many men wish that, yeah. You're piling many men forward to get goals. Literally, you just want to score. You need the ball in the opponent's half. If they counter attack on you, pray and hope that they don't score. You're not there to have 7 men behind the ball. You need goals. Goals. Nothing's changed on this. I don't change this. This has been the same for me literally since week 1 of FIFA. I don't change it. I don't go to it that often. Not very often that, I'll go 3-0 down or something. But as and when I do, which does happen, because I like a good comeback myself, probably I have to go to this probably about 2 or 3 times a week in league, really. And it's just aggressive as anything. So copy it if you want. It literally is what it is. Right mid, getting behind. Right CDM, left CDM, stay back while attacking. Left mid, getting behind. Stay forward on the cam, getting behind on the 2 strikers. And that's it. Even though these guys want to stay back while attacking, they will still get forward because of how aggressive you have that. I have it set up, obviously, the way it is in that particular one. And as I said, you don't want to go to it too often, but if you do, you have to. That is the way it goes. And that is it regards to my custom tactics and updated game plans. There'll probably be another patch in a couple of weeks. Yeah, there will be. So when there is, I may tweak a few things. It all depends on how the game goes and what EA change and what's strong and what's not strong and all of that good stuff. Remember to take the advice on board of what I've spoken about, but make your own decisions, You don't just copy. It doesn't just work like that. You have to find what works for you and how you play the game and how you enjoy playing the game. If you want to run 10 depth, run 10 depth. If you want to run 1 depth, run 1 depth. Whatever you want to do, right? It's your game. It's your gaming experience. However you get the most enjoyment, you go and run it. Don't just copy what these YouTubers say and kind of take it from there, all right? Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a big thumbs up. I do want to thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye-bye.